AM 560. The answer.
Trust me. Are you out of your frickin' mind? Even the waitress that you tip with other people's money, nobody trusts you, scumbag.
Last year on how some of the state's decisions combined with tech trouble caused lanes to be shut down weeks longer than promised. And that included a decision to allow VIPs who were in town for the Democratic National Convention to use the express lanes before they were finished.
The representatives behind me and many others made it loud and clear to us that we had to do better.
You've talked about when we had a project that went long. I hope you'll recognize that this one isn't going long.
Now, did your family invest in the company that financed it or in the company that did it? And did you hide the money in the Bahamas? Is that how it works for your end, Fatso? And by the way, those what were they called? Dignitaries. Dignitaries. You mean like the office bobber? The office tramp? The dignitary?
That is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I asked you, which is about Joe Biden's failure to recognize his own frailties and what that did to you. The question is about Joe Biden. Are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?
In what regard, please?
Well, just in terms of that question. So you went on.
What exactly would you like to ask? Be more specific, if you don't mind.
Was it Joe Biden's decision, his failure to recognize his own frailties in that position, that put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race?
He was not frail as president of the United States.
But he had frailties. We all saw the debate.
They want you to believe, no, he wasn't frail. The sandbag, that sandbag, it was vigorous. It was masculine. The sandbag jumped up, grabbed him out of the air, fell right on his frail skeleton head. Shaking hands with the air, the flag, walking off at meetings. He wasn't frail. He just was trying to figure out where the baby powder was. His pants were wet. And this is the other part to remember during the shutdown. Every one of these rat Democrat senators hid from the American people that Joe Biden had lost his frackin' marbles and soiled his underpants. Every single one of them. And they knew, what are you going to do? After all, how many people knew on a Thursday night in Springfield, before all the sickos went to strip joints, that they passed all these new taxes on you?
Well, look, remember that the purpose ultimately is to make sure that we can pay the bills in the state of Illinois and not be hampered by Donald Trump and the big ugly bill.
See, what that means is for you people that are working, even though the rest of the country with decent people, they're going to get to keep more of their money, you're not going to. You got to pay for the sloths and the scumbags and the fraud pirates who fix the potholes from underneath. It's a new technique. It's called the seamstress. Frickin' scumbag. Scott Willowbrook.
Sean, I wake up this morning. Happy Halloween, by the way. I wake up this morning, and, the first thing I see on the news is the newscasters are kind of scratching their heads about why would Joe Biden pardon some of these criminals that he didn't even know. And I've always known it to be Democrats just don't want criminals to be in jail because that's tax dollars they're not spending on them that they can put and do other projects. It's a common basic thing that's known. I've always known that.
It also cuts down costs of the Antifa, the Marxist Jacobin foot soldiers. Right? You get to cut. You don't have to pay so many scumbags to tear stuff up. You let the scumbags go do it. Right?
Yeah,
it's a double win. It's a two-prong win for the scourge.
Absolutely, and it rolls right over and to the next thing. I hear that people are they're starting to get a little upset because Donald Trump is not getting the cost of living down. Well, that was the Joe Biden cost of living. So you're going to get upset now with Donald Trump after not even a year. You're going to take the 4 years where he jacked you right in the face with all that money that he got out of you, right? They're going to get upset now for not even a year of him. He got the gas down. You upset with that? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's so aggravating.
You're going to get upset about that, and then you're going to vote Democrats. And what do you think's going to happen when you put a Democrat back in there? You think they're going to give you a discount? You're finding out today, right?
You started off when you said newscasters. I like to call them mockingbird media, but that's too deep for the accidental moron CPS Democrat who's listening, can't figure out how to change a station. Because these are the same imbeciles that repeated and regurgitated that what Barack Obama said on day one when it came to Obamacare. Lower the cost. Here we are. Here we are.
Right.
15 years later.
It's a big lie.
It's over the whole thing. So I don't want to call them newscasters. Let's workshop it. Maybe asscasters, full of asscasters. I don't know. Nothing but news, because it's not news. They're doing something else. Yeah.
I got another one for you.
All right.
So Trump likes to, get people released, prisoners released from war, and Biden likes to release terrorists. What do you think about that? I think that works too. Yeah, I think the whole thing is just.
Well, here's the thing: if you want to be a scumbag, welfare roach, and steal from the people, you're a Democrat. If you're not, then you're not a Democrat. It's that simple.